Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn Liu, Seth Geist, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing splendid.
Doing well, man. It's hot. It's hot outside. Hot,
True.
hot.
All right, so today we are talking about the Zino Nicaragua Robusto. It's more of a Robusto Extra, 5-inch by 54. Comes out of the DDM Cigars de Honduras factory in Honduras. Wrapper's Ecuadorian, Connecticut. Binder is Nicaraguan Semilla 56 Seco. Filler is Honduran Olancho Visus, Jamastran Visus, Nicaraguan Ometepe Visus, Dominican San Vicente Seco, and San Vicente Mejerado Seco. Price point $6.50. Cigar was released in May of 2021. So with all that being said, Jiunn, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
I really wish that I liked this cigar because of the price point. But I thought it was dead on average. It's very like sweet hay, lots of sweet hay, bread. There's this like soft candy note, but it was very synthetic tasting. So that's not a good thing, by the way. Cedar close behind. What really killed it for me on this cigar was the finish. It was really dry on the palate, so lots of sips of water. So that was the major kind of killing point for me. And really, and even though it's such a good price, I really wouldn't smoke it again.
All right, Seth, what were your thoughts on it?
I mean, listen, like June said, it did have a really dry finish to it, medium strength and body. I was getting spices, pepper, herbal qualities. There was some cedar, earth, creamy. It was kind of average, and it just kind of smoked along those lines from beginning to end, and it smoked at that medium strength and body level with that dry finish that June talked about.
All right, John, how was it for you?
Yeah, I was also hoping this was going to be a winner because I was like, oh, man, this is going to be like in the cheap Connecticut category, and it's going to be a real winner. For me, it was overall pretty average. First third for me was kind of a lot of mustiness, mushroom, wood, and then like everyone was alluding to, there's like a dry light hay finishing the draw, which for an older, like if you had a 20-year-old Connecticut, it'd be like that. And then as it kind of progressed, the hay kind of started to lead the profile. There was some mild chocolate added complexity, but it was kind of flat for me in the first third. And then the second third was really just kind of hay and wood going back and forth with a little bit of mild chocolate accent. Now, the weird thing is at the halfway point, the chocolate kind of fought back and started to take over the start of the profile, which was weird, but still with that hay finish, which was very, very distracting. And then, man, the last third, that dry hay just kind of really took over the palate. And it went up to medium strength, and it just wasn't my jam. So weirdly, the burn was perfect. The draw was extremely tight, 4.5 to 5 notches. One of the sort of poorest ratings I've had to hand out for a draw in a very, very long time. I could still get a draw off of it, but I was working at it. That was like I don't know what would be a good milkshake analogy. I always go to the McDonald's milkshake. But you get those really thick McDonald's milkshakes, and you're just like, just working at it, and I'm like, that hurts the experience. So overall, pretty average for me. Very, very classic, old school Connecticut vibe. Aaron?
Yeah, I thought the flavor profile was fairly average throughout, as it was focused around musty toasted cedar, light sweet hay, dry earth, mild black pepper. Construction was very good throughout. Nothing intriguing, nothing bad about the cigar. Delivered an average experience about what I expect based on Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapped cigar. It's a good. I think it's a good value offering for the brand. Definitely can attract new smokers to Zino. Those are like lower price cigars, lighter strength, lighter body. I don't necessarily see myself coming back to this, but I could see the cigar doing very well because people love these types of cigars. I know they're not the vocal social media guys, but the diehard smokers, and at this price point, this cigar can probably do very well. So
Aaron, I love that you said this was a very good value offering for the brand.
Yeah,
But I mean, yeah, they could also price that thing at like $15 and it'd still be a good value.
exactly.
offer for this
Exactly.
cigar.
Exactly. No scepter.
No, exactly.
All right, let's get into the scores. We'll start at the top with Jiunn at 5.75. I was next at 5.5. Seth right behind me at 5.4, and then John gave it 4.8. So Jiunn had that 5.75 matchup.
I feel like if I ever think something is average, I should just shit on it some more to not be the top scorer. God, every fucking time. I think it's average. I will go as far as to say this. I think that if any companies out there wants to produce a sub $6, $7-ish cigar that's on the budget-friendly side, don't do it, because Dion already had you covered many years ago, right? Dion has you covered on the Rothschild Maduro. He also now has you covered on the Rothschild Connecticut shade, you know? So, and there's on the Connecticut shade side, what else comes to mind? Malolos Charter Oak.
Charter
Right.
Oak, Connecticut is hotness.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So don't do it. Not worth it.
All
Okay,
right. Well, my 5.5 matches up well. Average flavor profile, pretty good construction. Gets it in that mid fives. Yeah, don't take business advice in the cigar industry from Jiunn. You're gonna sell a shit ton of these cigars, so just keep going at it. No big deal. If I was somebody that this is gonna sound fucking elitist. If I was somebody that had a lower budget, if I was somebody that had a lower budget, and I was smoking cigars in the morning, obviously the Rothschilds are fucking hard to beat, but this is in there. I mean, you could do this. If this is kind of the price point you're at and what you could smoke, you could do it. So, all right, Seth, 5.4.
You know, this is like if you want to have class but also be cheap.
Yeah.
This is the cigar for you.
Okay, I got.
This band looks cheap as shit.
I want to talk about that, but
but
let's save that to the
it's-
end. Let's
but
save that to the
it's-
end. Go ahead.
But you're like, but I'm smoking a Zino, right?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, that's my point. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's an average cigar. The price is not a bad price. I don't want to compare. If you're asking me to compare like Rothschild versus this, I'm going to go with Rothschild. However, they're really different apples. So one, you know, there's the difference between the Connecticut and that. But in terms of cheap Connecticut's or Connecticut offerings like this is not the cigar I would take. But it is an option, and it will sell, and it is selling. I know it is selling.
Or it's like, hey guys, I bought a convertible. You're like, oh my gosh, what'd you get? A PT Cruiser convertible, right? Or you're like, I bought a Miata convertible. Well, you're not quite there, buddy, but good try.
It's still
You know?
a convertible though.
But it's right. Anyways,
All right, John, 4.8.
The role of Seth, guys, will be played by John McTavish this week. Listen, man, if you want to hit a price point, there's nothing wrong with that. But clearly, man, I'm not the target market for this cigar. You know, as a below average flavor profile. And listen, man, my jaw was sore after drawing on this thing for like an hour and a bit. I was tired. I was exhausted. I needed a nap.
Bro, you ain't gonna make a lot of money on that OnlyFans page this way.
No, you know, I mean, you pay me $500, you can watch me smoke this cigar. No, I think if the draw would have been fine, I probably would have been in the mid fives with the rest of you guys. And I do agree with Aaron. I think this is exactly the kind of cigar that is going to do really well in the market because there is a lot of budget smokers. A lot of budget smokers smoke Connecticut's. I think it's a perfectly serviceable budget brand. It's just I'm not the target market for it, and that's why, you know, combined with the bad draw, that's why it got the score it did.
All right. So final thoughts. I want to talk about this band. So when the press release was given on this cigar, I believe the cigar was like that cartoonish, like generalistic fake cigar with the band kind of mocked up around it kind of thing. I thought, holy shit, this is disgusting looking.
It looked a lot better than what came out.
Really? I thought when I saw it in person, I was like, this is better than I was expecting.
When they first, here's what they, maybe I'm wrong on this, but this is what I remember is they showcased the Zino whole renew look.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, they're bringing Zino back. And then they said, here are the prices for it. And then I was like, oh shit, what's going on here? Because, you know, there's a reason Zino has not been, they have not done anything with Zino for so long, is because they're hoping that all those Zino smokers died from COVID, because that way they can introduce a $6 Zino and they're not having people like me wonder, like, wait a minute, why did you all of a sudden go from 30 to 6?
Yeah.
I mean, when we get the next pandemic, you watch, they're not going to release any Davidoff Grand Crus for a while. And then we're going to get like this new Davidoff for like $6.
Davidoff Blue Label.
It's still gonna be the white. It's gonna have the white. It's gonna be the new Davidoff whites, and they're gonna be $6, and it's gonna be like, what the hell? So these are my fears.
Yeah, the band to me really came off as like a bundle band, like I don't want to say inkjet printer level, but like a step and a half above inkjet printer level. I looked at this and I was like, well, the presentation certainly matches. No one's gonna mistake this for not being a budget-friendly cigar based on the band.
Yeah.
So if that's what you're going for, I think you succeeded.
All right. If you just got to this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. But also check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on the social media channels, and you catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
You got agua.